everyone, welcome to our podcast AquaTalks presented by MANAGE-FISHub. This platform brings you inspiring stories, innovations and impact-driven startup from the aquaculture and fisheries ecosystem. I am Dr. Nivedha CK. So in this podcast, we have a special guest from the Department of Livestock Product Technology, Dr. PK Singh sir. He is a professor and head from the Department of Livestock Product Technology. Let's start with the beginning, sir, the basics. So when people hear about the livestock product technology, what does it mean actually?
To be very brief, I would like to introduce the subject of livestock product technology here. Actually, it's a science that deals in the production of different types of livestock products. It involves the processing as well as packaging and further marketing channels and all the parameters that are actually involved in the production of safe and quality livestock products, especially the milk, meat, and egg for the human nutrition.
Yeah, so okay. And why this area becomes so important nowadays?
Looking to the time we are going through, actually there is a huge increase in the global population that demands for the different types of high quality products. So that is why the role of livestock products comes here, because the products which are produced from livestock, they are having high quality nutrition. So and in addition to that, there are different types of demands like by the consumers, like functional products, and the functionality of livestock products is proven that they have got a role to address the different types of ailments as well as different types of deficiencies in the human nutrition. So with the time, we are experiencing that this particular type of products are in high demand, and people are aware that now the nutritional level has to be meet out, so they are approaching for the livestock products.
Yeah, okay, sir. And we commonly see like milk and eggs, they are being sold in a raw form. So what kind of value added products that the farmers and the entrepreneurs can explore?
Actually, if we see the scenario of the country, we'll find that the processing sector is very weak, particularly for livestock products, because if we consider the dairy sector, hardly 20% of the total produce is being handled by the organized sector, and rest of the 80% is being handled by the unorganized sector. Similarly, for the meat sector also, there we are experiencing less than 5% processing or value addition, and the situation for the egg products, that is not also very good. So similar in line, they are also not processed at a large scale. So coming time will actually experience a huge boom in this sector, because stringent policies like FSSAI and other legal agreements, they will lead to the actually proper and organized sector. So naturally people will find a lot of opportunity in this sector, because coming time will be having an organized sector in the livestock sector also.
So it is a booming sector right now.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, okay, sir. And so now coming to the entrepreneurship opportunities, like if suppose if any young people like aspiring entrepreneurs, those who want to start a business in this sector, so what would you suggest? Like what are the possibilities of some practical business opportunities in this sector?
Suppose someone wants to have venture in this sector, first I would like to suggest that he should go for the experiencing the demand in the nearby areas, and accordingly he should plan for entrepreneur or venture, because all these sectors, either dairy sector or meat sector or this egg industry, they are experiencing a lot of support from the government side also. So especially if we talk about dairy sector, we'll have to look for the local products, because there is a huge demand of paneer, khowa, ghee, and in meat industry also there is huge demand of this ready to cook products and ready to eat products, but this is not available in the nearby areas. So we have to plan it in a small scale, so that we can learn the tits and bits of this business, and accordingly we can scale up in future.
Yeah, that's really a great message, sir, because nowadays people are very urged to try the ready to cook, ready to eat products and all everything. And also, yeah, of course, you mentioned like they should know the demand. So based on the demands and based on the customers, what the customers are facing, the problems, based on that, they can start a new idea and the business. It's really a great message, sir. So like one of the common challenges farmers are facing is to getting a better price for their product. So how can the processing and branding and packaging helps them the value of their product?
Yes, if we talk about value addition sector, the value chain involves different steps when we go for a product, and the steps that you have mentioned here, that processing, branding and packaging, they are one of the most important steps. If we talk about this processing, it involves the convenient product as per the need of the consumer, as well as the different types of techniques so that shelf life can be enhanced. And similarly, the packaging industry also, or the packaging sector also, involves different types of innovations, so that again we can enhance the shelf life of the product, as well as per the convenience, we can package the product in a small quantity or large container, so that they meet out the demand of the market. And similarly, this branding means the trust,
Yeah.
the trust between the producer and the consumer, as well as the it identifies itself in the market as a unique product. So naturally it builds up link between the producer and the consumer. So all these three steps in value addition, they have got a very major role in establishing an entrepreneurship.
Yeah, so that's very important point for the entrepreneurs. Sir, and also when we talk about the processed livestock product, the food safety and the quality is most important from the customer's point of view. So what are the measures and how the new entrepreneur should be very careful about these kind of things?
Yes, Dr. Nevada, it's a very important point raised here. Actually, the quality and safety are major concerns when we go for ventures based on the livestock products, because one has to ensure that raw materials, they are procured from a right place, and they are having a good quality. And similarly, the practices that are actually in the unit, they need to be of high standard, maintaining the hygiene as well as good sanitary practices. And some of the guidelines that are laid down by the good hygienic practices and good manufacturing practices, as well as HACCP, so they need to be followed so that we can maintain the quality as well as safety of the product. Some of the guidelines, they are also laid by the mandatory bodies like FSSAI. If we apply all those guidelines that are instructed by the FSSAI to follow in a plant, naturally we'll be able to maintain the quality and safety. In addition to that, some voluntary organizations like ISO certifications are there. So we should go for ISO certification also, so that we can boost the quality and safety standards at a unit.
Yeah, it's really very useful information for the entrepreneur, sir. And this kind of guidelines, really, they should be very care about those things for giving good products to reach the good customers.
Yes, yes.
So, one final key message you want to give to the young entrepreneurs and the students and the farmers who enter into these livestock field, what it would be?
Yes, Dr. Devida, I would like to suggest that one who is planning to be an entrepreneur or going for ventures on the livestock products, he should go for a small scale, because he will learn in the enterprises the smaller losses will be there, so that he should not suffer a big loss if there is any mistake in conducting those processes. And moreover, he should be very keen for innovation, because innovation is the basis of the startups. Only those startups, they survive, that are based on the innovative ideas. And similarly, the skill upgradation should also followed. Whatever plans you should always go for skill upgradation, because you are dealing with a product which is going to for human population. And naturally it's a nutritious product. So we have to be very much sure that quality and safety of the product is maintained. And no matter, profit is the objective, but along with the profit, you have to maintain the quality and safety of the product, because end consumer stake is on the safety and quality only.
Really, it's a much needed message, sir, to the young entrepreneurs and whoever enter into this field. So, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing your valuable insights and knowledge with us. And I hope the aspiring entrepreneurs and students and the farmers, they will find this conversation very helpful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Niveda, for giving me opportunity to be a part of this podcast from
Yes.
Manage.
Thank you, sir. This is our podcast, AquaTalks. We brings you inspiring stories, innovations, and impact-driven startup from the aquaculture and fisheries ecosystem. Until the next episode, this is Dr. Niveta CK signing off. Thank you for watching.